it has come to my attention that people are still sleeping on the laser cutter in Starfield. And today we're going to talk about just how powerful it is. And while it might be a little bit hyperbolic to say it's the best weapon in the game, when they're adding weapons that you can find that do like 2,000 damage in a hit, I still think there's a case to be made that this is the best weapon for you. And we're going to talk about it. So, the laser cutter. You look at it and it does 9 energy damage. That is increased from the base damage, and I'll talk about that in a minute. It has low range. You know, you're not going to hit anybody that's further than, it says 4, but it's really like 15 meters, I think, is about the range. So this is a close range weapon. And the other thing you should look at is the rate of fire. 84. I don't know if that's 84 hits per second, but it is calculating a lot of hits per second, and that's really important. Okay, so the laser cutter does not start off very good, and you can get it to do 10% more damage, 20%, 30% more damage. This is, I think the base damage is like 4 or 5. So 10% more of 4 is what, 4.4? 20% more is 4.8. 30% would be 5.2. So I think by rank 3 you're doing like 5 damage per hit, which is, again, low. But where things get really interesting is with laser weapons have a 5% chance to set a target on fire. That is calculated per hit. And when we looked at the laser cutter, it said 84 was the rate of fire. I don't know if it's calculating 84 hits per second, but it's calculating an awful lot of hits. And if it's calculating, say, 20 hits per second, 5% chance is 1 in 20. So if it was doing 20 hits per second, that would be setting someone on fire every second, right? Are you with me on the math there? I believe it's calculating more than 20 hits per second. So essentially, with any enemy, you are almost guaranteed to set them on fire within a second. And the key thing to notice here is that once you set them on fire once, you set them on fire again in another second. And fire damage, when a target is burning, is calculated as a percent of their total health. Their total health pool, not the health they have currently, their total health. So the more health they have, the higher amount of damage you're gonna do once they're on fire. The key thing with the laser cutter is that you are setting them on fire many, many, many times as you continue to train your laser beam on them. And all of that fire damage stacks. So if you're doing like, 5% of their total health damage per second, that's going to keep stacking as you continue to add more fires onto them. I don't know what the percent of their health damage is, but I do know this is one of the quickest ways to kill basically any enemy. And it only gets more interesting. Heavy weapons certification will buff your laser cutter a little bit. Heavy weapons do 10%, 20, 30% more damage. That's, I think, how I've gotten my laser cutter to doing 9 damage. And then it's also buffed by isolation. So do 10% weapon damage for each spacesuit and helmet equipped when you don't have a companion or any crew. So that means if I'm wearing a spacesuit and a helmet, I'm doing plus 20%. Now I'm doing plus 40%. Now I'm doing plus 60%. And here, again, I'm doing plus 80% because I have a spacesuit and a helmet equipped, right? That applies to the laser cutter. That's one of the main ways you can buff the base damage. It's not a lot, but it counts. But where things get really interesting, I think, beyond that is with targeting. Like I said, you are calculating many hits per second with the laser cutter. When you get a 10% chance to disarm a target that you hit when you shoot them without aiming, that means with the laser cutter, you're disarming everybody basically within a second of starting to shoot them with the laser cutter. And I will show you that. I'm just going to go to a random area and clear out whatever enemies are there as a little showcase of the laser cutter. But you're talking about essentially disarming any human enemy and setting them on fire, and they die rather quickly. What I don't know is if this armor penetration counts with the laser cutter. I don't know if it's ignoring a target armor. The hardest thing I found with the laser cutter is that enemies that have like multiple ticks of armor take longer to kill. But an unarmored enemy, such as a terrormorph, that's purely just a large health pool, nothing kills them faster in my experience than the laser cutter, aside from one of those crazy snipers with the sneak buffs and everything, if you want to do the stealth archer, whatever. I don't know if this armor penetration works with the laser cutter or not. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I haven't tested out, you know, if crippling does anything to the enemies. I don't know. Sharpshooting. I'm not sure. I have not gotten a clear indication of whether or not the laser cutter does critical damage. I don't think I have anything that increases critical damage. Yeah, I'm not sure. It would be not. I'll have to take this and report back. I don't think the laser cutter can crit, as far as I'm aware. And I think that's it. I think that's everything that gets buffed by the laser cutter, other than my good old friend geology. Love the geology tree. Give it a shot, would you? Okay. The other thing is, with the first quest in the Trackers Alliance, you get the Shipbreaker's Cutter, which has a titanium build. I would have sworn to you that the titanium build made the laser cutter weigh 0, but let's see if I have another cutter. The cutter weighs a decent bit. It's like almost 10 pounds, I think, or maybe it's 5, I don't know. The titanium build makes it almost weightless, and it doesn't require ammunition. So what you essentially have is a high DPS weapon that disarms everybody you hit, that weighs nothing and has infinite ammo. So from that perspective, if you're like a guy, you're just doing the loot train and you're trying to make a lot of money and you're selling every weapon, this is one of the best weapons you can bring around with you, because it weighs almost nothing. You sell everything else. I mean, I do this a lot where I sell everything I find, whatever weapon it is, because I can mostly just kill everybody with the laser cutter. And I say mostly, some guys take longer. And if you get swarmed by a bunch of aliens, like while you're exploring a planet, sometimes, you know, the laser has to recharge, so it takes a second. But, you know, and then I just get space, wait for it to recharge, and then keep killing enemies. So that's the only drawback I've noticed. I'm gonna go, like I said, find... I don't think I have any... I'm just gonna go try to find a location for us to showcase this. Illicit Surgery Center. That should be perfect. You should note, before I get into the combat, one of the things that makes it easy for me to be a laser cutter guy and get in people's faces is I've got high fitness, whatever, I've got gymnastics, whatever. I have rejuvenation. So I regenerate health outside of combat, in combat, and I'm level 117, so anyway. Let's see if we can find anybody good. Oh, these are friendlies?
Glad you're the fleet. If
Fuck.
you weren't, I would have killed you already.
Oh, well, let's just do it for the showcase. So you see as his health, he's dropped his weapon. It gets harder as you get higher in level. As you see, he's just slowly losing health. And he's fighting the fisticuffs. And there he goes. And there goes the health. So it's kind of like the game's flamethrower, honestly. Very quick. There goes his weapon. You can just keep moving on to the next enemy. Curious. Oh, I wasted ammo. There it is. Drop your weapon. Sometimes they'll pick their weapon back up, but this guy isn't. There goes your weapon. There he goes. And who else is here? And again, this is a good way to explore and make money because I can be in the scanner using my cutter. Where are these bad boys? Where the bad boys at, huh? Where are you at, bad boys? Oh, door locked. Oh, I'm not doing a master lock right now. There's another way, I know it. Actually, I don't know it. Because I haven't done this place of interest very much. Where are you guys? Where the hell are you guys? This is a bad showcase. I hear shooting. I don't see shooters. Where are my shooters at? There he goes. There he goes again. And there goes his health. Oh, nope, he didn't make it. Like, I'm not that worried about this pirate legend because I've disarmed him immediately and now he's punching me. Oops. Tried to hit him while I was in the scanner and I took a photo instead. Like, how worried are you about a boss fight versus somebody who can't even fight back? I think he might pick up his weapon. Yeah, he's picked it up. And you're not gonna be okay, you're lying. And there he goes.
I knew I could find you.
Anyway, that's kind of the showcase. I would love to find a terrormorph easily. I don't know how I would do it. I'm just gonna find some alien that's a high level, and this is a level 70 area. So I imagine I'll find an alien with a high health pool to demonstrate how quickly it'll melt something with a high health pool. And that'll wrap it up. And you can just imagine it's a terrormorph. Here's our high level enemy. Just kidding, he's level 1. Where's a big boy? Hurting. Why are none of you big boy? 85. There's our boy. Alright, this should go quickly. Very fast. Now he has armor, it looks like, and high health. But as you see, that still went very fast. And you can project all of this onto terrormorphs. I'm getting my shit kicked in though. Like I said, when you get swarmed, it can be quite terrifying. Oh, I also turned up how much damage enemies do. Skip capacity boost pack is the dodge roll of laser cutting. They're everywhere. I didn't know I was playing a horde shooter. Oh my gosh. Get away from me. Help! Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh my god. They put baby in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. These things... Oh my gosh. Help me. I mean, like I said, it's not ideal once you're getting swarmed by a bunch of enemies. And I've never, in my entire Starfield experience, seen a swarm this bad. So this is a pretty good demonstration. But, you know, you see how quickly... Oh my god. I'm still dealing with even the high-level ones because they get set on fire. And I actually think the fire damage is doing more than the base damage. So I might be doing more damage without focusing the beam, and then you conserve ammo. I don't know. I don't have a test for that. Good God. Somebody help me out here. Where's Vasco? Oh, right. I'm an isolated individual. I've never felt so much like I dropped onto another creature's planet. And I'm not the apex predator. I mean, they just are gonna keep coming. Wow. If you want to farm experience points, this must be the planet to do it. This is insane. Help me. Help me. They must be able to communicate with each other through the mycelium in the soil. Because there's no way they keep calling reinforcements. Oh my god. This must have been like how the American bison was before we murdered them! Oh, I'm on my rock. Yeah. Yeah, don't like me when I'm on my rock, do ya? Yeah. This is Plymouth Rock or something. Oh, yeah. Oh, where are you going? Oh, where are you going? Yeah, you don't like me on my rock, do ya? Can't believe I made it. Oh, here they come. Well, that's the laser cutter video. I hope you've had a jolly, dandy time. And, I'm gonna go... Well, I don't know. Part of me wants to go check out Anchor Point, because I haven't checked it out. Because I'm not a high level on the playthrough I've been playing through on. But I don't want to spoil it for that character. And I've never been there. Wow. Do you ever think about the carnage you inflict on the ecosystem. I mean, what are they? The worms, the maggots, the guys who decompose the corpses, the scavengers. They are gonna have a feast. And I already cooked the food for them. Dinner's ready. More? I'm in danger. Well, long story short, your mileage may vary, but I think the laser cutter is fantastico. Alright, I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm really done. If you're wondering why he looks like that, it's the targeting skill marks enemies that damage you. So if he'd get up and hit me again, he would be marked again. Oh, I feel bad. He looks like he's suffering. Did you know that they found that insects feel pain? Insects. Of course they feel pain. Just like that lobster you're about to boil. Don't do it. Don't do it. Look at what you've made me do. Look at what you've made me do. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Did you know the mantis light looks like that? Until next time, I'm your boy, and I'll be cutting. I'll be cutting this laser. Okay. Go away now. I got lasers to cut. Get out of here. Don't be shy. Don't stay. Don't stay. Okay, my social security number is 123